Hello again, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Joe Handy, the Android Authority App Guy, and welcome back to Android Apps Weekly. This is episode number 176, so let's get started. It was announced this week that the team behind the intensely popular Alto's Adventure is coming out with a skateboarding game called Skate City. Based on the footage, it'll be a 2D runner with 3D graphics, and it appears as though you'll also be able to perform tricks. The game should be out sometime in 2017, and it'll be one of the better free-to-play games if Alto's Adventure was any indication. Google is currently fighting a new set of advertising that automatically downloads apps. Google removed a few thousand of these self-clicking ads back in 2015 and then had to remove over 23,000 of them in 2016. That's a pretty clear indication that the problem is getting worse. The report went on to show that Google removed a total of 1.7 billion bad advertisements in 2016 alone. It's a fight that'll take some time to win, but at least we know about it right now. An interesting piece of ransomware made its way into the Google Play Store. The app would open, ask for permissions about your contacts and SMS messages, and then give you a message that the info was up for ransom. As you can imagine, it wasn't a great experience. Thankfully, the app is no longer currently available in the Google Play Store. It goes to show that some trouble can still appear in the Play Store, however, these occurrences are still exceedingly rare. As it turns out, VPNs on Android really need to step up their game. A research study came out earlier this week that shows a lot of VPNs aren't doing a great job. To give you an idea of how bad it is, 18% of VPNs don't encrypt traffic whatsoever, 84% leak traffic, and most of them use third-party tracking. Considering that people use VPNs to avoid literally all of those things, this is highly disappointing. Google's Daydream platform is now open season for app and game developers. That means it won't just be for the select partners that can release applications anymore. There will be an approval process for Daydream apps to make sure they are up to Google's very strict standards, and that should help keep the experience consistent between apps. This should also help increase the overall selection quite a bit. Real Myst is a port of one of the most unique PC games of the 1990s. The port features the entire game of Myst along with the Rime Age expansion. For those who haven't played the game, you are essentially dropped into an open world and left to your own devices. There are puzzles and riddles to solve to make it to the end of the game. It also comes with improved graphics, a better hint guide, and a whole lot more. It's $6.99 with no in-app purchases, but it has had some early bugs, so you may want to wait for the game to update before getting it. Core is a multimedia platform for those who like to watch video games being live streamed. It features prominent streams from a variety of hosts that are all easily accessible. You can also find streams from Twitch, YouTube, and other sources without having to switch apps. The app design is a bit cluttered, but it isn't too difficult to learn how to use. It's a good spot to find some popular game streams very quickly if you like that sort of thing. The application is also completely free. Sky Dancer is a beautifully done infinite runner. The game has you jumping from platform to platform while also making dramatically large jumps down to other parts of the level. It features simple controls, minimalist graphics, and a fun little soundtrack to keep you in the mood. It also has 10 characters, various challenges, leaderboards, and a whole lot more. It's a bit simple, but it's excellent for killing a few minutes, and it's also a freemium game just in case you wanted to know. Fender released their first Android app this week. It's a guitar tuner application which doesn't come as all that much of a surprise. The application is very simple with clear controls and functionality. It has 22 available tunings including standard, DAD, GAD, drop C, drop D, as well as half steps and full steps up and down. There are also some tuning tips, manual tuning if you tune by ear, and a whole lot more. It's not the most innovative guitar tuner that we've ever seen, however it's simple, clean, and completely free to use. Pokemon Duel isn't really a new game on mobile. It was originally released in Japan under a different name, and then it was given an English translation and released in an international market last week. The game is a strategy board game where your goal is to move your characters into the opponent's goal. You'll have 6 Pokemon, various tactical options, and a whole lot more. It's a freemium game and it does have some issues, but it's free to download if you want to try it out. For even more Android apps and games news, updates, and releases, don't forget to check out this week's newsletter, which is linked in the video description below. There you can find even more stuff that we didn't have the space for here. You can sign up for the newsletter using the form in the written companion, which is also linked in the video description below, and we'll send it to you every single Sunday. Don't forget to check out the Android Authority app for even faster updates. And that about does it for this one, folks. If you want to keep watching, we have our review of the TicWatch 2 linked up there on the screen and in the video description below. Don't forget to check out this week's newsletter and keep it tuned to Android Authority because we are your source for all things Android. Thanks again for watching, everybody, and have a wonderful day.